Hi, welcome back to the channel. I just thought I'd do another top tip video, and the reason being is I wanted to do a series of videos when I did my last top tip video, and with family and work commitments I just never got round to doing it, but that's one of the reasons. And the other reason is, you're gonna have to pardon the plug for our Facebook page, but Phil from Lost Weekends started the Caravan and Motorhome Helpers page, which he very kindly invited us to help and get involved with, and along with a few other Caravan and Motorhome YouTubers. The page is now starting to gather a bit of momentum. We've had a load of new members, some of which are about to buy their new caravan or about to start their caravanning, and they've only just bought a caravan. So hopefully these tips will help you guys, and obviously the people who are venturing out in the start of their caravanning life, just like we were 2.5 years ago. Having said that, we're still gaining knowledge and learning new things every day. So even being 2.5 years down the road, I'm still picking up tips and tricks and ideas from other fellow caravanners and vloggers, etc. So hopefully these tips will help you out. Obviously they won't help, probably, seasoned caravanners will go, yeah, duh, but this is really aimed at people like myself who are still learning, still picking up tips and tricks and are new to the caravanning life. So here you go, there's 11 top tips. I know, 11. Don't ask me why. I think it's because we're a bit rock and roll. That's the way we roll here at Full of Love Caravans. Like Marshall speakers, they go up to 11. Rock on. Number 1, a second barrel aqua roll. You're probably thinking, why do I need 2? Well, I didn't need 2 when we first got our caravan. We ended up with 2 for some reason. I bought some kit off a Facebook selling page, and an extra barrel came with it. And then we started our caravanning life, and then it kind of dawned on us that it is actually useful. You fill both of them up, and then if you get caught out and you forget to check your water and it's gone dark, you just go outside, switch your barrels over, and you don't have to be running off to go and fill your, if you've only got 1 barrel, you don't have to keep running off to the water and filling it up. You just switch them over and then fill them up the next day. That's the reason why we've got 2 barrels, and we found it a lot easier. If you do get caught out and you've only got 1 barrel and you've been out for the day, you've forgotten your water, you go to brush your teeth and your water runs out. Our second top tip is buy a couple of these things, a couple of head torches, because not all sites are extremely well lit. The club sites probably they all are quite well lit, but we stay at some CLs and some private run sites, and probably not as well lit. So these head torches are a godsend. So if you do need to go for your late shower and it's gone dark, or you need to do maintenance on your caravan like your toilet or filling your water up, these are ideal. Absolutely brilliant. It saves trying to carry a torch and pull your barrels all at the same time. Absolute brilliant. I wish we'd have thought of it sooner, but we've only recently bought some. Speaking of toilet, when you go to change your cassette toilet, it's an idea to buy these things. I know they're not you may be able to find some environmentally friendly ones, but you don't really want to be touching your toilet and doing your toilet business emptying without rubber gloves on, to be honest. I don't like it. Clare does it most of the time because I can't get the rubber gloves big enough for the size of my hands. I end up ripping them trying to get them on, so I do all the water maintenance and all the rest, all the other bits and bobs, but Clare just does the toilet. I probably shouldn't, but she does that. So these, just to keep your hands clean. Along with the toilet duties and the rubber gloves, we've also bought a little trolley like this and a couple of bungee cords. So we put the cassette on the trolley, a couple of bungee cords around it, and it's a lot easier to transport over to the Elson point. So another top tip for you. Sometimes you have to fix things while you're on site, while you're away. Like with this being an older van, sometimes the screws come loose on the lights, so it's ideal to have a little toolkit with you just to do little maintenance bits and bobs, jobs that may occur while you're away on holiday. Really useful. It's like my cordless driver. I've used that for half a dozen things. Our TV aerial broke and the toolkit came in handy to repair that. Before you go away, it's always idea to do like a checklist. We have a leaving checklist, leaving for site, I should say, and then another checklist for when we're coming home. So it's just so you don't forget anything. And you can just tick it off as you do. Another thing is solar lights on your guy ropes around your awning. I was forever tripping over the flaming wires in the dark, and so we ended up getting these solar lights just to put on the ends of the guy ropes, especially when you got your storm straps on and things like that. I was forever walking into them and all the rest of it, but the lights help. Awnings. Speaking of awnings, your awning rail. Sometimes you put your awning in, it's really difficult to feed through, so you can buy some of this spray, and it just lubricates. It's silicone based, and it just lubricates the channel, helps you with feeding your awning through. And buy an awning rail protector, so spray some of that in, put a protector in, and it'll keep the channel nice and clean and free for when you feed your awning through. When you get to site and you start levelling off your caravan, we've bought a couple of these things. We have one at the front and one at the back, and honest to God, it makes levelling your caravan so much easier. Makes it really easy to do. So get yourself a couple of those. They're only cheap, they're not expensive. Now I may have covered this in a previous vlog about equipment that you'll need, but it's only recently it dawned on me that I didn't have one of these items, and that's a first aid kit, a fire extinguisher and a fire blanket. We had the first aid kit, we had the fire blanket, but it just occurred to me watching somebody else, I think it might have been Phil from Lost Weekends, he did a fire safety in his caravan and he installed a fire extinguisher by the door of his caravan. And it just got me thinking, and I still haven't had a chance to buy one. I really should for the start of our caravanning next season. So top tip, get yourself a first aid kit, a fire blanket and a fire extinguisher if they're not already installed. Another top tip is having the boot of your car, a little kit like this, because you never know if you're going to break down and be caught stranded at the side of the road. At least if you've got this kit, it will help somebody help you, or you could even pull in and help somebody else. Things like a high-vis vest, tow rope, a warning triangle, things like that. You can actually buy this kit, and you could help somebody out and you can also help yourself. Right, so there you go, 11 of our top tips for you. If you found this video useful, if it's helped you in any way, shape or form, please give us a like, give us a thumbs up. Consider hitting subscribe if you don't already. If you hit the little bell icon, it'll send you a notification of our next upload. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Ta-ra.